Welcome back to Sensational Gist TV. Lawyers question Pastor Kayanja's P&nis situation, scars in historic gate trial. Pastor Robert Kayanja, the renowned founder of Rubaga Miracle Center Cathedral, took the stand in court yesterday to defend himself against accusations made by 9 men who claim he engaged in sexual misconduct. The men had earlier informed the police that the influential pastor had performed sexual acts on them, triggering a legal battle over the allegations. Kayanja, known for his work in spiritual leadership and rehabilitation for troubled youth, addressed the court to refute the claims and provide insight to his connection with the accusers. The accused, former Chifesi gang members seeking redemption. The 9 accused men include Martins Kagolo, Alex Wakamala, Regan Sentongo, Peter Serugo, Khalifa Labib, and Moses Tumwine. According to Kayanja's testimony, he first encountered these men in 2016 during a spiritual revival event hosted by his church called 77 Dogs. This prayer session attracted many individuals from different backgrounds, including members of Chifesi, a notorious Kampala-based gang infamous for theft and violent crimes. Kayanja explained to the court that these men had come forward during the revival, expressing their desire to leave behind their lives of crime. They sought redemption, and the church extended its support through a rehabilitation program focused on spiritual renewal. They told us they were tired of criminal life and needed help to start afresh, Kayanja stated during his testimony, highlighting a church's commitment and transforming lives. The church's rehabilitation program and employment. As part of the church's rehabilitation effort, the men were provided with opportunities to work and rebuild their lives. Kayanja's church arranged for the 6 men to work at his Chiliandongo farm, offering them employment as security personnel. However, before starting their new roles, the men had to undergo training at Kabalye Police Training School in accordance with the Ugandan law. This training was aimed at equipping them with basic skills and discipline required for their duties. Kayanja described how the church supported the men by offering them a monthly salary, allowances, and medical care. The farm, which plays a significant role in the church's charitable efforts, was expected to serve as a place where they could work, receive spiritual guidance. However, things took a turn when the men started to neglect their duties, eventually causing security concerns within the surrounding community. Allegations of sodomy. The shocking accusations. Tensions escalated on September 17, 2021, when the men returned to the church and disrupted its operations. According to Kayanja, the accused breached security at Rubaga Miracle Center Cathedral and made shocking accusations against him. They shouted obscenities and recorded themselves while claiming that Kayanja had sexually assaulted them. The men also demanded money, allegedly known as compensation, for the supposed abuse. I was shocked and deeply hurt by their actions, Kayanja told the court. They breached the church's security and made outrageous claims, saying I had sodomized them and demanded money for sodomy. The pastor explained that the men's actions appeared to be motivated by financial frustrations, especially after they were informed that their employment at the farm might be terminated. Previous allegations, a history of accusations. During the testimony, Kayanja emphasized that this was not the first time such accusations had been made against him. He explained that the other pastors, including Solomon Male, Martin Semper, and others, had previously accused him of similar acts. However, in each case, the courts had found no evidence to support these claims. Kayanja said he had constantly proven his innocence and felt that these accusations were part of an ongoing effort to tarnish his reputation. I believe that people will think raising these accusations will somehow damage my name or my work, Kayanja remarked in court. But I'm not afraid to come to court and face my accusers. The pastor expressed frustration over the recurrence of these false claims, which he believed were designed to discredit him as a spiritual leader. The impact of COVID-19 and financial disputes. Kayanja also provided further context on the financial disputes that may have contributed to the false allegations. He explained that during the COVID-19 lockdown, financial challenges affected many operations, including the church's farm. Due to the pandemic, the church was unable to pay the many salaries on time and had to arrange for a payment in installments. The accused men were informed about the delays, but Kayanja believes this led to dissatisfaction among them. Once their wages were fully paid, Kayanja claims the men began making false accusations of sodomy. After receiving their full payment, they suddenly started these allegations, he said, pointing to what he believes was their motive, financial gain. Cross-examination. Pastor defends his integrity. During the cross-examination by defense lawyers Humphrey Tumwesije, Richard Ojambo, and Remand Mogenyi, Kayanja was asked how he felt about being repeatedly accused of sexual misconduct. He admitted that it was disturbing but remained steadfast in his belief that he was being targeted unfairly. I find it disturbing, but I'm the only pastor willing to come to court and face my accusers directly, Kayanja said. He argued that many people use these accusations to either damage his reputation or extract money. The defense also questioned Kayanja on how the men knew personal details about him, such as his circumcision status. Kayanja responded that the information had become public during a 2010 court case, that the men likely learned about it from the handlers associated with some of the accused. He firmly denied ever having shared intimate spaces, such as bathrooms, with the men, making it impossible for them to have personal knowledge of such details. Defense lawyer: have you ever showered with any of the accused persons? Pastor Kayanja: no. Defense lawyer: If you have never showered with any of the accused persons who worked at the farm, how did they know that their boss, Robert Kayanja, is not circumcised? Pastor Kayanja: I'm 62 years old, a Christian and not a Muslim. I'm not promiscuous. Not so many men of my age are circumcised, if it is not for medical purposes or hygiene. When we had campaigns to stop HIV, we used to have meetings, and I publicly declared that I'm not circumcised. And even in 2010, I was asked the same question. The whole world wrote that I was not circumcised, so it's common knowledge that the whole world knows that I'm not circumcised. Defense lawyer: do you find it disturbing that it is always you being accused of sodomy? Are you the only pastor around? Pastor Kayanja: it is disturbing, but I'm not the only one. Only that I have got the courage to speak it out and prosecute before the court those people who spread malicious information. Defense lawyer: how did Wakamala get to know that you have a scar at your back? Pastor Kayanja: it is common knowledge. Anybody can see my scar. Turns and shows the scar to court. At the farm, we do not wear jackets. Defense lawyer: if we brought an audio of you asking Sentongo that kakwate mpola mpola ako okafunziza, what will you say? Pastor Kayanja: please bring the audio. Defense lawyer: do you have a video of these people coming to your church? We seek for an adjournment so that you can provide it. Pastor Kayanja: we have the footage at church which shows them, and this cannot warrant an adjournment. I will provide it. Legal charges and potential penalties. The accused men face multiple charges under Uganda's Penal Code Act, including criminal trespass and giving false information. Criminal trespass is punishable by up to 1 year in prison, while giving false information can result in 2 years behind bars. These charges relate to events September 17, 2021, when the men allegedly entered Rubaga Miracle Center with the intent to insult and annoy Pastor Kayanja. One of the accused, Israel Waswa, faces additional charges of conspiracy to defeat justice and conspiracy to commit a felony. Prosecutors allege that Waswa falsely accused Pastor Kayanja of unnatural offenses, charges that could lead to up to 7 years in prison if convicted. The court heard that the men gave false information to the police, particularly to Detective Inspector of Police Kotilda Nandutu. Knowing full well that the accusations against Kayanja were untrue, the court's proceedings continue. The trial, presided over Natete Rubaga Principal, Grade 1, Magistrate Adams Biarugaba, is expected to continue as further evidence is presented. Kayanja remains firm on his defense, asserting that the accusations are baseless and part of a larger effort to undermine his ministry. As the legal process unfolds, the court will weigh the evidence and determine the fate of accused men, while Pastor Kayanja continues to defend his reputation against recurring allegations.